Hey everybody, I'm Doodle. My friends call me Dude. Drawing awesome stuff is what I do best. In this show, we'll learn about some jobs artists can have.
Also, we'll go to the museum and study the work of Vincent van Gogh. And learn the word storyboard and deadline.
So come on, let's get creative!
What kind of job or career do you want to have when you grow up? Everyone has to have a job, so finding one that fits you is very important.
If you like to make up stories, you could be a writer. Or if you like to build things, you could be in construction. But if you love art and you want to have a creative job, you need to know what kinds of careers there are for artistic geniuses like me and you.
And me. I want to be an artistic genius too.
Oh, Stretch, you are. But how you choose to apply your talents are what this show is all about.
If you can draw, paint, write, sculpt, design, do anything artistic, there's no limit to the incredible things you can do for fun and money. Check it out. Sculptor, caricatures, fine art, architectural drawing, cartooning, interior design, comic book art, painting, computer art, animation. Wow! There are so many different art-related jobs out there. How do you know which one is right for you?
One good way is to ask questions from artists already working. Let's interview some of our new artist friends and see what we can learn about careers in art. Interior design. I love decorating a room and making the colors work together to create a certain ambiance. That's what interior designers do. I'd like to introduce you to Mrs. Jamie Stone. She's an interior designer. Thanks for coming on our show.
Thanks, Dabney, for having me on your show today to talk about careers related to art.
What is interior design?
Interior design is what I do. You may not be familiar with what interior design is or what interior designers do, but if you look around the room, everything in the room, someone has had to select. The carpet on the floor, the paint or the wallpaper on the walls, the bedspread, the window treatments, the furniture. Someone has had to decide how it's going to be arranged in the room, what colors are used in the room, and how it all works together.
What did you study to learn interior design?
When I went to college, I got my degree in interior design. It was part of the art department. We took classes in drawing, painting, color, and how all of this worked together.
The drawing down on the bottom of the board is a perspective of the floor plan that you see here above.
What's a floor plan?
What a floor plan is a bird's eye view of a space. It could be a bird's eye view of the classroom that you're in now or a bird's eye view of your bedroom at home. By looking at a floor plan, you cannot tell how it's going to look in reality. That's why we need to do a perspective of the floor plan so that you can visualize what it's going to look like later when the room is complete, when your design is complete, so that you can visualize it the way your eye sees it in reality.
Thank you so much for teaching us about interior design.
Well, thank you, Dabney. I've enjoyed being with you today and your students, and possibly one day several of your students will also grow up to be interior designers.
I have to admit, that was cooler than I expected, but I'm excited about the next interview. I have the chance to hang out with my pal and personal animator, Randall Ryan. Hey, Randy. Thanks for the interview. I know how busy you are.
Well, hey, Doodle. Thanks for having me on the show. Hey, everybody.
What is computer animation?
Well, computer animation uses our good friend the computer here to make pictures move. Unlike 2D animation, where you have to draw out every frame, computer animation allows you to create an object, move it from point A to point B, and the computer will figure out the frames in between. And it's a lot of fun, Doodle.
What kind of computers do you use?
Well, for computers, I use a TDZ, which is made by Intergraph, and it's a more powerful computer than probably the computers you use at home. It's geared more towards graphics.
What about software?
For software, I use a program called 3D Studio Max, and that's where I develop the 3D objects I was telling you about. Also, I use another program called Adobe Photoshop, and that allows me to do more 2D things like paint on pictures and draw things.
Hey, Randy, mind if I come on over and watch you work?
Sure, come on in, Doodle. Glad you could make it. Let's get started.
What are you doing now?
Well, right now, Doodle, I'm animating our friend Stretch here so he can talk. Notice how I have different views here. I have a top view, a front view, and a left view. This is what 3D is all about. You can see it from all angles.
How do you make it move?
Well, I use a move tool, and this allows me to make him move over a period of time, and like I said, the computer will figure out the frames in between. Well, right now I'm ready to render. Why don't you come over here and give me a hand and hop on this enter key.
Render? What does that mean?
Well, rendering applies lighting, shadows, and any effects such as notice how he's got kind of a reflection here on his lamp, and puts a background picture in. It makes the scene look finished.
What kind of jobs do animators do?
Well, computer animators can do several different jobs. They can develop games, they can make TV shows and cartoons, lots of different fun jobs.
Thanks for everything, Randy.
Well, thanks for having me, Doodle. I had a lot of fun showing you about 3D computer animation. Bye.
How exciting! He is really good!
You can be whatever you want, but just remember, it takes a long time to become a professional artist. Take the next interview, for example. Back to you, Dabney.
I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine who does great sculptures. Her name is Elizabeth Mansour. Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks for coming on our show.
Well, thanks for having me, Dabs. It's so much fun to be here.
What exactly do you do?
I'm an artist, and specifically I'm a sculptor, which means I make sculptures. Kind of like you and me. They're fully three-dimensional. You can walk all the way around them, and I love to make them. They're so much fun.
What materials do you use in your sculptures?
I make them out of a couple different materials. I make them out of clay, which after it's fired converts into ceramic, and I also make them out of bronze. And sometimes I add glass to them as well.
Where do you sell your work?
I sell them in galleries, and I also sell them in outdoor shows. They're also called exhibitions, and what we do is a group of artists get together in an area that's outside where we think it's going to be nice and pretty, and we put all of our artwork out and invite as many people as we can to come look at them and buy them.
Can we watch you sculpt in clay?
Well, of course, I'd love to show you. I brought some oil-based clay with me today, and what I'm going to make for you today is a little angel. Right now, I'm making her head. Now, she's going to be a little funny looking to start off with, but that's because sculpture takes a long, long time to get right. I'm putting her wings on now, and what do you think? Should I give her some arms? I think I will. Make a little elbow there. Now, I'll work more on this later, like I said, but I just wanted to show you something really quick and really fun. I'll give her curly hair. I like curly hair. And I think I want to make it longer like mine, so I'm going to add some more and pull it down in front. I mean, no angel would be complete without a halo. There. What do you think?
Could we see some of your work?
Well, I brought a piece with me today just so I could show you and all your friends. This one is called Flight of Psyche. It's a bronze. I started it out the same way as the little orange angel I just made, except I used blue. And I worked on it for several hours, and then I made a mold, made a wax, and finally I was able to make my bronze. And this is it right here. Like I said, it's one of my favorite pieces. And when I was all done cleaning up the bronze to make it all nice and shiny, I added a chemical which made it turn blue-green in certain areas.
How much do you charge for your sculptures?
My bronzes range between $600 and $2,000, and then my ceramic sculptures, the ones I make out of a water-based clay, range anywhere between little tiny ones for $25 to really big life-size pieces for $600 or more.
Bye, Elizabeth. Thanks for coming on our show. It was a blast.
Well, thanks for having me. Bye.
Dabney, I think she's very inspiring. What a cool interview.
Thanks, dude. I just love to be around creative people.
Let's go to the museum and check out some really fine art.
Vincent van Gogh was born in 1853 and is considered to be the greatest Dutch painter after Rembrandt. His Impressionist techniques powerfully affected the modern art movement. He produced all of his paintings during a 10-year period and was known for his use of striking color, coarse brushworks, and contoured forms. Among his masterpieces are numerous self-portraits and the well-known The Starry Night.
It's time for Learn the Lingo.
Today's words are storyboard and deadline. Storyboard, a series of comic strip-like drawings that follow a script. Deadline, the time and date that a project must be completed. That's it for the lingo. Back to you, Doodle.
We are proud to present the Doodle Kids Gallery. Hey, check out this cool watercolor portrait from 12-year-old Stephanie Ryan. She's from Montreal, Canada. Way to go, eh? Today, we ask a lot of questions about the art world and how to make a living being creative.
Don't forget the work of Vincent van Gogh or the words storyboard and deadline.
Now, don't forget, practice, practice, practice. See you next time, kids. Goodbye. Hey, kids, be sure to check us out at our new website, www.doodlestudio.com. Come watch what I can do, because then I'm gonna teach you too.
Doodle!
When working in perspective, you gotta keep it neat so things will look perfect when you're looking down the street. And if you love to paint, then Dabney is your girl.
Squirt them red, blue, and yellow, then give them all a swirl.
Hey Doodle! Hey Doodle!
The museum's such a blast. See the artist of the past.
Hey Doodle! Hey Doodle! Teach us how to draw today!
If you like drawing people, then you could make some money by painting them realistically or drawing really funny. But if you